Well, listen, in that vein, our good friends from Blast Applications, I asked them if they could bring on to the show a couple of their clients that have experienced success in their app, because we had a lot of listeners call, why do I need an app? Well, here's a guy that'll tell you. His name is Dr. Scott Blyer. He is part of Cameo Surgery. You can go to their website, cameosurgery.com, and he's here with us. Scott, how are you? Dr. Scott Blyer.
Yes,
how are you,
please.
Hey, how are you guys? Thanks for having me on.
Good to talk to you. So listen, first of all, what kind of business do you guys have? What do you do exactly?
We have a cosmetic surgery practice, so pretty much head to toe. You know, from facelifts to brow.
Whoa! I need a chin sucked off me right away. You do the. Can you get my neck back for me?
Absolutely. You got to check out our app and send in your pictures. We'll
there you go. So, now let me ask you this. First of all, what city you guys are in New York?
Yes, I have an office in Long Island and then 2 in New York City.
Okay, so boy, what a great business that is.
I know it.
How do we become apprentices for the day?
Or patients? Let's just be let's fly back to here's Bob. I got the trip. Okay, let's continue here. But yeah, we'll go back, have a chin sucked off, enjoy New York.
So you're basically so you are, and I don't know. I hope I'm not offending anybody. You were called a cosmetic surgeon? Is what they used to call in the 70s plastic surgeons? Is that right?
Well, plastic surgery is not only cosmetic; it also does a lot of reconstructors.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Reconstructive stuff. So, yeah, I don't do burns. I don't do breast reconstruction after breast cancer, but more of the pretty stuff. Taking someone who's flat-chested and enhancing their breasts.
Russ,
I'm all for that.
Oh yeah, me too. It's the best surgery. It really is.
Oh, listen to him. I love this guy already.
Yeah.
So listen, let's talk. First of all, Blast Applications, our new sponsor, who's creating our stuff for us. I know about a lot of listeners that are asking, okay, why do I need an app? Did you ever consider having an app for? I mean, it's interesting because a cosmetic surgery center, I would think, would be the last place that would need an app for an iPhone.
In the back of my mind, I always thought it was a great idea, and then I met Mr. Luzzi, who's the CEO of Blast Applications.
Yeah.
And, they not only delivered, they went way above and beyond what I expected. It is definitely the wave of the future. Apps are, to me, like what search engine optimization was 10 years ago.
Oh, no kidding.
Now, to be number one on Google right now, it's such an uphill battle as far as you have to spend a truckload of money, and still it's so competitive. Right now, the app world is really just in its infancy.
So when it's interesting because when you first said to yourself, I think an app is going to change the face of my business, or was it to bring in new customers, or was it to keep in touch with existing patients? What was your first thought because you said it was in the back of your head? I think that's so innovative just in and of itself.
Well, our practice, I'd like to think we pride ourselves in being in cutting edge, state of the art.
Sure.
And, it does impress people when they come in for a consult. Like if you want more information, download our app.
Oh, no kidding.
Keep in touch with, and it's always on their phone. We're always in their face.
So it's on. So hey, you're using it as a sales tool, but then also you said something about pictures. You said you can
upload a picture of my fat face, and you can.
Before and after type stuff. So it's a sales tool for you guys as well, right?
Oh yeah, I mean the amount of downloads we're getting a day is just insane, and from across the country. Now we're doing Skype consults that we've never done before. People are emailing in photos and saying, "What do you think?"
Wow. Now, let me ask you this. We had a guy, a very good friend of the show, named Johnny Mathis. Not that Johnny Mathis. He started a company called, what was the name of that? What was the name of that company where he brought infomercials to the web?
Yeah.
Webmercial.
No.
Yeah, he started Webmercial.
Okay.
Then he started to fix, was it?
The medical thing?
Yeah, we're actually doctors. GetMyRealMD.com.
Right.
Where actually doctors were able to...
You could plug in a cuff and get your blood pressure.
Using the camera and some devices on your phone, be able to
Live-mercial.
No, yeah.
Anyway.
But my point is this, is that you guys are using Skype and you're using social media to actually, as pre-consults to having in-person consults, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have our whole photo gallery of before and afters on there. Even on the iPhone, we actually have a game where you match the before and after pictures. It's great.
It's so classic.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even tell me they were going to do this. They just, every day, they surprised me. I checked the downloads and how many downloads I had on my app, and it just blows me away.
Let me ask you this. So and I'm going to put you on the spot about our sponsor. But, because we're supposed to treat our sponsors, just with kid gloves. But and what they've done so far for us, what we've seen, it looks pretty cool. Are they the ones that gave you some of these ideas, or were this all in your head first?
Oh, no, no, no. I mean, it's definitely a collective, working kind of sponsorship. But I mean, they definitely, I give them an idea, they come back with 10 more. So,
no kidding.
And my experience with these website guys aren't always, the best. And I mean, it was a pleasant surprise. And it's very infectious. Like just our Facebook, fan page. I mean, I had like maybe 300 fans, a few weeks ago, and now we're up to 2,000 fans.
Because of these guys, right?
Yeah, I
Wow,
mean,
that's
they're
crazy.
promoting me. They're,
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So Blast Applications is who he's talking about. They're our sponsor. Go to blastapplications.com. His website, by the way, is cameosurgery.com. Scott Blyer, Dr. Scott Blyer is the physician on staff there. Listen, I'm going to take a quick break and come back because I want to talk to you a little bit about you talked about search engine optimization, SEO, for websites. Being used to put people on top of Google. The SEO for apps is less competitive. I want to talk a little bit of that and what that's done for you, and then kind of what's next for you guys. So it really is impressive. I mean, I got to be able to tell you.
And for the
last thing I would have thought,
yeah,
was that a
cosmetic
surgery place would have an app.
Look, here it is. Before,
Yeah.
after. Before.
How about just
After.
maybe stop.
Don't start with me.
What's best part is when you turned into the fat guy on the show, that's when life changed for all of us. Russ and Sully, Big Biz Show, BigBizShow.com. Back with Dr. Scott Blyer after the break. Stand by.
Yikes.
Dr. Scott Blyer is our guest. He's with CameoSurgery.com, a cosmetic surgery center out of New York City, who has partnered with Blast Applications, one of our sponsors, to create an app. Many of you folks have asked us about Blast Applications because they're a new sponsor. And a lot of folks didn't realize. See, I was one of those guys, and Scott, I don't know if you were like this too. You sound smarter than I am. But I was one of those guys, I got a website. I don't need Facebook. I don't need Twitter. I don't need an app. I got a nationally syndicated radio television program. What do I need? And
what do I need that for?
And now I realize that new media is all media. You got to have everything. Otherwise, you're not trimming your sales. Would you say that's about right?
Oh, totally. I mean, a website is pretty much an extension of a business card.
It's like a fax machine now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
In fact, would you do business with anybody that had a pager or a fax machine?
Right. Page me. I'll call you right back.
Do you have a pager? You're a doctor. You should have a pager.
No, we're on the phone now.
Yeah, see, there you go. Hey, so let's talk a little bit. As I said before the break, you talked about, and this makes a lot of sense. Search engine optimization, SEO, for websites are basically it's pay to play. You get your name first on the list if you pay the most money. Isn't that about right, Scott?
That is right. Yeah, it's very competitive. It's just the websites are just completely polluted. It's, you go everyone. I get an email almost daily from a different company that says, I can make you number one on Google.
Yeah.
And I mean, if like a big city like New York, I don't know how many doctors are actually paying for it, but to actually truly be on the first page of Google for like breast augmentation or facelift, I mean, it's cost prohibitive. It's nuts.
Wow.
Well, so here he is. So Dr. Scott Blyer, the physician at Cameo Surgery, says to himself, well, I don't want to go that route. I'm going to go the app route because it's still in its infancy. And you're saying because it's been so much far less competitive that it makes your business more visible. That's pretty much what it comes down to, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe after the show it's going to be a different story. But until today, yeah, it's pretty much an open market out there.
Let's talk about cosmetic surgery, as long as we got you on the air. Hell,
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
we say Blast Applications about 1,000 times a day. I'll give those guys lots of love. How often do I get a chance to talk to a plastic surgeon
There's
or
a
a
couple
cosmetic surgeon?
Hey, I'm looking at that new procedure. They stick a wire or something. They just tug it and tuck it behind your ears. It looks like glasses. I don't know. What is that? That's like
Yeah, what's new?
What's new in
what,
the,
what is that called?
lipo lift.
Oh, yeah, there's like a thread lift. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, thread lift.
I think so, yeah.
Ooh, that sounds like it hurts.
It does.
Yeah, it's not too great of a procedure. Oftentimes you'll feel the barb. It's like a barb suture.
What are you connected to?
Pretty like underneath the skin, there's like a tight tissue called the fascia, and you would that.
You staple it to the fascia there, Russ, like that.
God.
What about now? Is there? Okay, remember liposuction was such a big craze a long time ago. Is that now? I'm hearing about other ways. Are ladies and men still going in there to do that type of thing, or is there something different these days?
It is still very common. We actually have the Zerona fat melting laser, which is really hot right now. It's FDA approved, And in that FDA trial, people lost between 3.5 and 9 inches in 2 weeks.
Fat melting laser. What is that?
Yeah.
Now, how does that work?
It's a cold laser, so it doesn't produce any pain or discomfort or heat or vibrations. You pretty much just sit under a light for 40 minutes.
What?
And the light penetrates into your skin. It creates a pore in the fat cell.
Brother, I sit under lights for 2 hours a day in a dark studio.
We get the wrong lights.
Can you strap one of those? So basically, it's non-invasive. No, they don't cut into you.
No. It's a special wavelength. It's 635 nanometers, and that stimulates, similar to how sunlight affects a plant and the plant grows.
Yeah.
There's an enzyme in our fat cell that's sensitive to that wavelength of light. So when the 635 nanometer light hits it, it creates a pore in the fat cell. The fat dumps out into your interstitial space. Your liver burns it off as energy. And in 2 weeks, we're seeing humongous weight loss around the hips, waist, and thighs.
Now, okay, so you don't just point it at somebody's butt. It's like it's a total. I mean, it's not spot reducing though, right?
No, it is, and you'll actually lose it in other areas. There's 5 laser beams at a time.
So can Russ point it right at his chins? Just.
Yeah, it works great in the chin.
We should go out there. We should do like a documentary on this guy.
Sizzle my face.
Let's go out there and we'll sizzlemyface.com.
You guys are tough on each other.
No, it's seriously though. That's interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Now listen, I've heard about this. I've heard about men with no calves getting fat implants in their calves. Is that a myth or is that true?
You can inject fat in the calves, in the butt. I mean, they make silicone implants as well. You can put them in your biceps, your triceps, in your tush, in your calves.
If your problem is you don't have enough fat in your butt, things are pretty good in your life.
Yeah.
I gotta say, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, those
How
people.
about lipotransfer, like from my butt to my other parts?
You know what I'll do?
Wherever.
Tell you what,
Huh?
Scott,
Just a big straw goes
Scott,
up to...
I want you to I want you to come on the air with us again. We're out of time today, but I appreciate it. Once again, his website, cameosurgery.com. Dr. Scott Bleier. You've been a blast, brother. I appreciate our friends from Blast Applications put them together.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
That was
Russ and
great.
Sully, hour number 2, coming up next. Stand by.